Welcome back to It's Erik Nagel. My name is Such, and that is Giddles over there.
Hey, that's my name too.
Your name is Such?
Yes. Such and Such.
Such and Such.
That's our show, the Such and Such Show.
That sounds wacky.
Sounds like a bad law firm. Hi, we're Such and Such in Lowenstein.
We're doing part 2 of our San Diego Comic-Con coverage, and we had a lot of stuff that we've aired so far, and we still have a lot more to air. In this particular segment here, we're going to go over and talk to the fine folks at Lego. Now, Lego, doesn't matter whatever age you're at, you can enjoy Lego. Unless you're under 5, then you can't have that because you'll choke on the small parts. So then you have to go to, what is it, Duplo?
Yeah, the Duplo, the bigger ones that you can't actually manage to fit in your mouth.
Right. The only way is if you hit it at a weird angle and maybe stab your eye. Other than that, your kid's going to be fine with these things.
Yeah.
Maybe tries to feed it to the dog. Who knows? But anyway, Lego is something that anyone could enjoy, despite some of the assholes out there that said, I can't understand grown men playing with action figures. Go get drunk and shoot yourself in a hunting accident.
Yeah.
I'm just stating. It's like I have such severe distaste for those kind of people. Anyway, Lego. So they're putting out this brand new game that's coming out in September called Lego Dimensions. Now, this is a game. It's sort of like, are you familiar with like Disney Infinity? Mm-hmm. Or what is it? Sky?
That's like the little
I can't think of the other one that like go with that. It, right? Yeah, right. So you get these little figures. Nintendo's doing it now too, where you have a little stage, a little platform, and you put the figures down, and it opens up different worlds, and you can use the characters in the games, whatever. But Lego is taking it like several steps further because there's more spots to put in more figures into the game and unlock other cool stuff. And they went and merged a whole bunch of different licenses and properties that they're entitled to. So it's not just like, oh, here's the game, and we're just going to do, say, Lord of the Rings. This is going to be a Lord of the Rings game. You can do Lord of the Rings. You have The Simpsons in there. You have Scooby-Doo. You have Batman. You have Doctor Who. You have Back to the Future. You have the Lego Movie. There's a lot of stuff. Trust me, there's a lot of stuff in there that you can go and... Portal. It's the closest you're going to get to Portal 3, by the way.
I've never played Portal, but everybody tells me it's the most addictive and best game on the planet.
It's so awesome.
I need to play this.
You ever see that t-shirt I wear that has the lemon look that looks like a hand grenade?
Yeah.
That's from Portal.
I know. Every single person's telling me, they're like, dude, you will love this game.
Did you get a video game system yet?
I don't have a video game system. They're expensive.
No, I'm going to get you one.
All right.
We're going to get you one, and you're going to play Portal.
I will play Portal. If you get me a video game, I promise you I will play Portal.
Please do. Anyway, so all these great franchises are merged together and work with each other within this game. It doesn't matter what age. You're going to get addicted to this. Your kids are going to like it. If you don't have kids, you're going to like it. Just say, if you're embarrassed to buy it, say you have kids, and go and buy it. Oh, it's for my kids. Then take it home and, have a good time with it.
I'm one of those people that are like, is this for your kids? I'm like, fuck my kids. This is for me. And they're like, you have kids? I'm like, no.
Yes. That also goes with our philosophy of that most of the toys are not for kids anymore.
Oh, my God.
They make toys for kids, but you see a lot of stuff in Toys R Us and online and everything that these are for teenagers up through adults.
Yeah.
These are things that you want to have on your desk at your workplace. Some have them in their car, which is dangerous, but still exciting to see where they go with it. Anything that you ever loved at some point now or in the near future will have a figure, will have something that you can call your own to show your passion, your fandom for that particular project.
Oh, yeah.
So this is one of them. And fuck that guy, by the way, who was in Walmart and went to the news to complain about the Princess Leia and the slave outfit toy.
People are just so stupid.
That's always been around in some form since the late 70s. Yeah. No, sorry. When was Jedi?
Jedi was like 81, I think. 82?
83, I think.
Maybe. Yeah, okay, around there.
Early 80s. So I'll retract that. Early 80s. So that's at least 30 years.
I mean, that was actually Empire, though. Empire Strikes Back, right? Wasn't that when
Slave outfit was Jedi.
That was Jedi?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's been around forever. And now you're going to complain about it? He's like, she's got a chain around her neck. How do I explain that to my 2 daughters? You don't. Just say, I don't know what that is. You put it back on the shelf. Let's go to lunch. Let's go to McDonald's. Whatever you got to do, you deal with it. But you can't say, I'm appalled. This can't be on the shelf. It's not for your kids like that. It's for older kids. And if your kids do like Star Wars, they're not going to give a shit.
Yeah. Weren't the original Star Wars like rated
going to look at that and go, I can see her boobs. I got to get that toy.
Let me tell you something. I saw that Princess Leia doll yesterday in Barnes & Noble's, and the face
up against it?
And the face on it is George Bush. I swear to you, it is George Bush's face. Like, they had a leftover action figure. Like, oh, let's just put a
maybe
collar
it
around
melted
him.
in shipment.
Maybe, but it totally looked like George Bush's
Anyway,
face.
we're getting off track. So,
This isn't Smell the Glove by Spinal Tap.
Not every toy is for kids. You got to keep that in mind. You can't just say, I'm appalled, get this off the shelves. It's not doing any kind of damage. Relax.
If anything, you're going to help sell more of the toys and make a bigger demand for it because people are going to go out and want to buy it.
Exactly. Anyway, so this is our interview. We speak to the people behind LEGO Dimensions. We get a nice little walkthrough, all the explanations, expansion packs, all that kind of stuff. It gets a little super nerdy here, but look, if you got kids or if you're interested in it for yourself, there's a lot of buzz on this game because of all the licenses involved. This will give you a pretty thorough idea of what you're going to expect and what they're going to do in the future, and you can see how it's worth the money that they're charging for it. So let's go down to the Hard Rock in San Diego, California, and talk to the guys from LEGO Dimensions.
It's Erik Nagel, San Diego Comic Con.
Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Everything is awesome.
Continuing on with all the fun going on at San Diego Comic-Con, we are now, I'll call this a pavilion, the LEGO setup here for LEGO Dimensions. It's very exciting. I couldn't be more excited with all the stuff that's involved here, and we're going to speak to Doug about LEGO Dimensions.
Hey, hi everybody.
This is Doug.
Hi, I'm the producer of LEGO Dimensions, and we're going to take you through the game here. This is an original story that TT Games has designed and developed for LEGO Dimensions. You know, you've played other LEGO games in the past. We're always trying to stick as close as we can to kind of the source material, right? Whether it's LEGO Star Wars or LEGO Harry Potter, we're retelling the stories of those films, but in LEGO form, and obviously with a little nod and a wink. And this time, we are actually building a completely original adventure that stars Batman, Gandalf, and Wildstyle. Those are the three characters you get in the starter pack. And they take you on this ridiculous adventure spanning all of your favorite brands in one game. This is all part of that starter pack experience. As you can see, level 1 is the Wizard of Oz.
Right.
So each of these characters are completely out of their element. They've never been to this land before. And that's the fun, and that's just the starting point, right, for LEGO Dimensions is, you know, what surprises await you when you throw Batman, Gandalf, and Wildstyle into environments like this, or Scooby-Doo, or Doctor Who, or Back to the Future. We get to have fun exploring all of those things.
Now, if we can touch on the actual equipment that you're using to play the game. Obviously, the game for multi-platform, but the physical piece that you have here, what is the base called?
Yeah, so we've included in the starter pack a new piece of hardware called the Toy Pad. This is developed, designed in partnership with LEGO, and it is a LEGO toy. It is the start of your experience and your adventure. So the Toy Pad is what brings your characters to life in the game. It also is a very interactive part of the experience. There's a lot of physical Toy Pad play that goes on, where you're going to actually manipulate your characters in the real space to cause some really cool things to happen in the game itself. And of course, the Toy Pad itself comes with, so there's the Toy Pad when you see it without the bricks, right? And then also in your starter pack is a bag of loose Lego bricks that you use to build the gateway itself to decorate your Toy Pad. And
looks like the Stargate.
There's some similarities there. We've certainly heard that, but this is essentially a teleportation device that is what takes you to all of these different worlds that you're going to explore. So whether that be Wizard of Oz or DC Comics or Lord of the Rings, the gateway is your portal to those worlds.
Now you start off with these three, but do you have to use all three of these throughout the game?
So the main game adventure is really scripted around these three characters, meaning that all of your critical path gameplay is going to be solvable with those three characters. Now, those characters do have certain abilities in common with other characters, so if you go and buy some of our other expansion packs, you're going to be able to complete some of the puzzles with other characters, right? But ultimately, each character is going to have at least something special or unique about them, so that's going to require their participation in the game. That's your main game experience, right? But of course, as you go through, like any good Lego game, you're going to discover lots of puzzles and secrets and other Easter eggs that you're going to cause you to scratch your head a little bit at first. Maybe you don't have the solution right away, but as you grow your collection and bring in new toys and new vehicles and new characters, you're going to be able to discover all new areas of gameplay, new secrets, new puzzles to unlock, new rewards to find. And of course, in some of our packs, like the Doctor Who level pack or the Back to the Future level pack, you get an entirely new level also based on just that IP alone. So not only do I get to experience Doctor Who in the main game level, right, with my Batman, Gandalf, and Wildstyle characters, but then there's an entirely unique Doctor Who adventure that comes with the Doctor Who level pack.
Are you limited to only 3 characters at a time on the stage?
Not at all. The toy pad itself has 7 readers, 7 spots, so you can have any combination of characters or vehicles up to 7 at the same time. So if I want to throw Chell from Portal in here,
which is awesome.
and again, this is level.
And she shows up right on the screen.
Right up on the screen. So there's no, the kind of the old formula of story mode and free play mode where I have to complete the story first in order to unlock free play mode. All that's gone by the wayside. The entire game is free play mode.
And it's not where certain characters can only be used at certain times.
That's right. This is a true mashup adventure. Any character, any vehicle from any of the brands that we're working in this space can be brought into the game from frame 1.
So it's interesting because you're looking at the toy pad here and the game up there, and if you get to a point, it's almost like you're playing chess where you're trying to play the controller, and switch the people in there as you're trying to get past certain things on each level.
There's a little bit of, there's certainly, that is something we're proud of, right? Is that we're actually playing with our toys during this experience.
Right.
But we do try to be very conscientious in the design elements of, not trying to make it too sporadic or too schizophrenic, right? We when you are entering sort of a toy pad mode, you're going to be playing with the characters on the toy pad, and it's kind of limited to that area, but then you're going to move out of that area. Maybe you do something more in game. So, we've tried to keep that balance so it's a very comfortable and fun experience for the player, not something that's stressful, of course.
You mentioned expansion packs. So when those come down the line there, are the expansion packs built into the chipset with the actual figures here, or is there downloadable content you have to get in order to use the actual new figures?
So it's sort of a mix of the two pieces. The toy tags, which is what each toy comes with. So whether that's the DeLorean, you can see comes with a toy tag here. Again, fully removable. These are just standard Lego bricks like you'd buy in any of your collections. Or a minifigure also comes with their unique toy tag, right? And you can see that's the Doctor Who toy tag. That's what carries the data. When I put Doctor Who onto the toy pad, he comes alive in the world. That character himself, now that he's in the world, that is my key for unlocking the new content. Right, so if I want to go and enter that new Doctor Who level that comes with the Doctor Who level pack, that's my key. That's my key for doing that. And I can take that over to my friend's house and unlock that content if I want. Of course, as soon as I take the Doctor away, that content's not going to be available anymore. But right. That's the idea, is that I can share this content with my friends if I want. We can have fun together. Same thing with the vehicles. Every toy you see here that's built out of these Lego bricks works based on the kind of the 3-in-1 design model that Lego is known for. Mm-hmm. So the DeLorean, Model 1 is the DeLorean, right? But there's 2 additional models that can be unlocked through gameplay that come with all unique abilities. So that means...
So is it like DeLorean from Back to the Future 1, 2, 3?
Close, okay. Right? Obviously, yeah, Model 2 is a flying DeLorean. We do have the flying DeLorean in there. But we take some creative license with each of the brands because, again, we're trying to encourage kind of that imaginative, use your imagination, that kind of creative gameplay. Right. So we start to go off brand a little bit when we get into the models 2 and 3 because, what does the TARDIS turn into? There's only one TARDIS, yeah. Right? So we're going to do some really fun things when you unlock those additional models for the TARDIS, but it uses all the same bricks, right? They just reconfigured in a different way. Again, you unlock those digital instructions in the game itself, and it looks just like one of your paper set of instructions for any kind of cool Lego model. And once you've unlocked that, now I can rebuild that, and of course, that TARDIS will come with new powers and new abilities that the original model doesn't have. And as I unlock those abilities and those models or those builds, all of that now becomes sort of an open menu a la carte system. I can assign different powers to different models and really customize the way I play with each of these toys in the game. So it's a very flexible system.
This is really a sandbox.
In many ways, yes. Yeah, for sure.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
Now, all the figures that you have lined up here, I'm seeing stuff from Batman, Doctor Who, Back to the Future, Game of Thrones. I'm sorry, not Game of Thrones. Lord of the Rings, the Lego Movie, Portal 2, Scooby-Doo. Now, are these the figures that are available at launch?
So at launch, boy, I don't have the list in front of me, but we're sort of releasing in waves. Every couple months, we're going to be releasing new content for the game.
What comes with the game?
So with the game comes Gandalf, Wildstyle, Batman, and the Batmobile.
Okay.
In addition to the toy pad, of course, the bricks for the gateway, and the game itself on the disc.
So these other figures will be released over time.
That's right. So actually, Chell and Scooby are both part of our day one launch. So we'll have quite a few packs available day one, inclusive of some level packs, some team packs, something from all the different tiers, right? And then every couple months after that, so November, January, March. We haven't really released too many details yet about what comes out in each of those waves. But for example, I can tell you the Doctor Who level pack doesn't come out till November. So you'll have had a chance already to play through the game for a couple months, and then we're going to be releasing some new content.
Very clever. Right towards the end of season 9, then the stuff comes out for the game.
You got it. Yeah.
Smart.
Nothing's by chance in LEGO Dimensions. No, BBC's been a really fun partner to work with. They've been just so generous with the license and, really supporting us, really making it as authentic of a Doctor Who experience as we possibly can make. And we've got all kinds of treats in store for the Doctor Who fan, for sure. So if you're a fan,
I'm a fan.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know if you've seen the demo of the world, you want to check out the Doctor Who level, I can take you there right now.
We'll go there in just a moment. I did have a question about Chell from Portal.
Yeah.
Now, as you said with the DeLorean from Back to the Future, as you're going through the game, there's different models that you unlock for that particular piece. With her, are there things from Portal that show up as time goes on, like maybe the Companion Cube or GLaDOS or something?
Yeah, so Chell is, she's also she's available through the Portal level pack. So she's in each level pack comes one character plus 2 additional basically items, right? Whether that's a vehicle or a weapon or some kind of cool item, right? That's kind of signature for that character. So Chell's 2 items are a sentry turret, built out of mini Legos, right? Out of Lego bricks.
Right.
And the other is her companion cube.
Oh, good.
So both those toys come with the Chell level pack, and those are both usable. And of course, any item can be used by any character in the game. So it's not just because it's Chell's companion cube. Actually, if Gandalf wants to pick up that companion cube and use it somewhere in the world, he can. Yeah, so it's pretty, we really bend those rules and cross the lines there.
I gotta say, at least for me, when the trailer came out that showed Portal being involved with this, I was just sitting there at my desk at work, like with my mouth open, like, oh my God.
Well, when you think about IPs out there, right, and what Lego has done in the past, I mean, we're a fun game. It's all about, being creative, using your imagination, a lot of puzzle solving and platforming type of gameplay, right? I mean, what better IP to kind of marry with the Lego brand, I think personally, than Portal. I mean, it's just that puzzle element of those worlds, and we get to use the toy pad to create a whole new type of puzzle in the Portal levels that we have in our game. As well as, as you can see here, Chell does come with her own Lego-sized Aperture Science handheld Portal device.
Right.
And say that 7 times fast, right? And that does function in the game as a true Portal handheld gun. So there's the orange light and the blue light, and she can open up tunnels, and that's unique for this character. That's her unique ability. No other character can do that. But there are Portal, let me say there's Portal secrets hidden throughout the worlds, not just in the Portal level. There's Portal secrets all over the place. So when I talk about like sort of exploring the world in that kind of free play sense, you're going to discover something for all of these different characters sprinkled throughout the world.
Now, let me just say, for Portal fans all over the place, you realize what you did here, because this is as close as we're going to get right now to Portal 3. There's new material. You've just blown their mind.
Well, okay, so the Portal level in the game, what you get in the starter pack, right? As I said, all of these different brands are featured in the levels of the starter pack. So even if you never buy the Portal level pack, you're going to get a full Portal world just in the starter pack, right? Which consists of 10 different test chambers, right? And these are all based around new mechanics that we're introducing through the toy pad as far as how you solve those puzzles. But if you buy that Portal level pack, you get an additional 10 test chambers that's completely based around the handheld device that are used with the Chell minifigure. So yeah, we like to think of it as the unofficial sequel, right?
Yeah. Something it gives us something as we wait.
Yeah.
Are there characters that are in the game that don't have a figure?
We do have a lot of characters in game. All of the playable figures in the game are all physical toys that you can purchase either through the starter pack or through one of our expansion packs. However, there are a lot of cast members beyond that you're going to meet or interact with, right? So we've got Doc Brown, we've got Marty. Both of those are playable characters, but we've got other cast members from the Back to the Future.
Biff.
in that world that you're going to encounter as you play through this.
Is it alternate 1985 bit?
I won't say anything yet about the Back to the Future level. You'll have to play it for yourself, but we got a lot of surprises in there.
Does it involve a casino?
Well, you remember, we are a Lego game. We are a Lego. We got to still stick to that family.
No, that's true. That's true. All right.
10 plus, yeah.
Getting all these franchises together, is Star Wars involved somewhere down the line, or no? Is that completely separate from this game?
No, Star Wars is not one of our brands. We've got 14 different brands, from Doctor Who to Back to the Future to DC Comics, Scooby-Doo. Boy, can I name them all right now? So we're really excited about all the brands. I mean, it really is like a fanboy's kind of dream come true, all these different brands playing nicely together in a true mashup experience. So, yeah, we're really excited about that.
What was the inspiration as far as doing something like this? Was it based off maybe what Disney was doing with Infinity? Did it seem like, oh, maybe that's something that we could incorporate to the Lego universe?
No, definitely. John Burton, who's the creative designer, the creative director behind TT Games, and this is his company, right, and his baby since the very day one, since the very first Lego Star Wars. Very early on, that he's been building these games for 10 years, and very early on in that, he actually sort of kind of came up with this idea of how can we turn Lego into kind of a modular gaming system. Right. When I go to the Lego store and buy my Lego bricks, right, like I think he talks about the Bionicle series, if you remember that.
Right.
You could go and buy just specific pieces and then kind of make the type of sets you wanted to have. You weren't always bespoken to just one experience or one set. So the idea was like, how come I can't, get sort of plug in pieces, right, of a game and kind of make the game I want to have. So that was really the birth of the idea behind Lego Dimensions, was that he can create this kind of modular world where for years to come we can continue to give content in smaller packages, right? This is the beginning, where you've got the starter pack, you make that kind of initial investment, but now we can continue to give you, release new IPs, release new content, new game content through these expansion packs. It's a whole new business model, really, and a way to, give fans more content that we maybe couldn't do just in a standalone game, right? Like, I don't know, maybe this is the only way you'll ever get to play Portal in Lego form. Who knows? But right now, that is the only way, is through this level pack, or whether that's Back to the Future or Ghostbusters or something along those lines. So now we've got this great opportunity to kind of do that modular gaming system that John dreamt of, and that was almost a decade ago that he started thinking about this, and it really started to take it on a life. As we sort of got closer and technology caught up with what we could do, and kind of how John envisioned that. So it's been a very ongoing, long kind of building process for him.
Tell our listeners, when's the official release for the toy pad and the basics?
So the starter pack and our first wave of expansion sets all come out on September 27th in the United States and many other territories. Very close after that. We're hitting all the big systems, right? Xbox One, Xbox 360, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, Wii U. So we got you covered, and we'll be out September 27th.
Is there anything that we didn't cover here? Is there anything really special or important that you want everyone to know about this game?
Look, if you're a fan, any of these IPs or brands that we've included in the game, just have, this is not just lip service we're paying. I'll be happy to take you through some of the content, but, if you're a Doctor Who fan, we've got so much Doctor Who content packed into these couple of levels that we're giving through the Doctor Who level pack and the main game experience. I mean, we've talked about on our panel, we revealed we've got not just Peter Capaldi Doctor, the 12th Doctor, we've got all 13 Doctors in the game that you can play with and experience. We've got all of the respective TARDISes, that are associated with each Doctor in the game. We've got monsters, aliens from the entire franchise,
Peter told us that one of his favorite things with the game was that if you play the first Doctor, the game's in monochrome.
Yeah, that's great. So, Lego characters never die. Yeah, if you've ever played a Lego game, you lose your hearts and then you regenerate. Well, coincidentally, the Doctor regenerates. So we thought when your Lego figure regenerates in the game, why not have him regenerate into a different version of the Doctor? So that's exactly what we did. We have all the different Doctors in there. And so, the 12th Doctor being the most current Doctor, as soon as he regenerates, he starts kind of with a clean slate. He goes back to square one, back to the very first Doctor, and then you move forward chronologically. So each time you regenerate, you're going to go from 1, 2, 3, 4. And each one of those Doctors, right, has a specific TARDIS TARDIS, I don't know if you've watched the show, you know that TARDIS evolves.
Changes colors, maybe some little details here and there, yeah.
Yeah. And over time, obviously, some of those changes are bigger, some are smaller, but we use direct reference from the series, and every one of those versions of the TARDIS is in the game. And depending on which Doctor you have currently loaded in, right, that interior is going to
match his time period.
You
know you're going to see YouTube videos showing up where they're just constantly killing off the Doctor till they get to the one that they love. That was their Doctor.
Yeah, so here you can actually manually do it. Let's see, I put Batman in the TARDIS. Let's go ahead and put the Doctor inside the TARDIS. So here's the Doctor, right? We've just put him on the toy pad. And he's the enter. Now, he's the only character, right? This is part of his special ability. All the characters can get inside the TARDIS and fly it around and use it to travel to other worlds and other dimensions, who knows, right? But only the Doctor can actually go inside the TARDIS like this and access this cool interior space. And if you notice, you've got 3 little hubs here. One is music. You can select different tracks from all the different series, right? If season 1 was, or series 1 was your very favorite, you can select the theme song and play the game with that music in the background.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, or you can, of course, go over here, and this is where you can actually manually select which Doctor you want to play as. So there's both kind of the natural, spontaneous way in game to do that.
Is this publicly known?
Yeah, we've shown this all over.
Okay, I just want to make sure. So if you're a Doctor Who fan, they have the 8th
Everything
Doctor.
I've shown here today, we've now shared.
Okay,
and
they have the 8th Doctor, but you can also use the War Doctor in the game.
War Doctor's in there. Here he is, the Lego version of John Hurt right here. And now check this out. See, if I exit the TARDIS, right? And I enter back into the TARDIS.
Is that his voice?
It is, yeah. We have all the original voices for Doctor Who in here. A lot of them, obviously stems from the show. So we're really excited about that. Here we go. Come on, Doctor, jump inside. Here we go. We enter in, and here's the War Doctor's TARDIS.
Wow, that's amazing.
And if you look around, he might even have a big red button he can...
blow up Legoland with.
I won't push the button because I'll leave that to your imagination, but there it is. You can activate the big red button.
Wow, that's a huge little detail for a Doctor Who fan.
But that's little Easter eggs like that are all over the game.
Well, I'm very excited for this. It comes out in September. What's the retail price on this?
Starter pack is $99.99 in the U.S., and then you've got different packs. Different expansion packs. You've got fun packs at $14.99. You've got team packs at $24.99, and then of course level packs at $29.99.
Well, you should definitely go out, check out Lego Dimensions. All the trailers and stuff are up online. You should research as much as you can on it because the trailers are fun to watch, and then you read some of the articles and stuff that happen here at San Diego Comic-Con. You're like, God damn, I want this game to come out right now. But definitely go out and get it. Doug, thank you so much for your time.
You're super welcome. Thank you.
Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of the team. Everything is awesome when we live our dream.
Sirius 206 XM 103. It's Erik Nagel.